The men wore suits and ties, and the ladies wore long dresses with a little white dust cap. Can you imagine? But I'm more interested in telling you about the person who led that tour. He was the first real explorer of Wind Cave, and his name was Alvin McDonald. He was only 17 years old when he moved here, and he lived with his dad and his brother and sister in a house right above that natural opening I told you about, a little log cabin. Now, Alvin's mom stayed behind in Iowa to raise their other 5 kids. So Alvin didn't have a lot of parental supervision. So what do you think his favorite thing was to do? Come and explore the cave. He explored the first 10 miles of Wind Cave, and what's really awesome is he wrote it all down in a diary. So we have that first history of the core exploration. Now, when Alvin started exploring the cave, all he had was a slab of wood and a candle. And things got a little bit better, because somebody invented what we like to call the first flashlight. What do you think's in here? Can you tell?
It's a candle.
A candle! The old candle in the bucket trick. You guys think a candle in a bucket's going to give off a lot of light in here? You're right. So I'm going to light it up. Turn off the lights for a minute. Pretend that we're exploring with Alvin. We actually offer a tour in the summer where you actually just go through the cave with a candle bucket. It's really fun. Okay, everybody ready? Here we go. Not too bad. It almost works like a big mag light. And what's nice is it has this little handle, so when I'm exploring the cave, I make sure I don't fall into any bottomless pits. Now, if all 11 of us had a candle bucket, I think it would look pretty bright in here. You can see some sparkling crystals. Now, you may have heard this before, but every cave has 2 zones and 2 zones alone. The first one is the twilight zone. And that's the zone near the opening where you see a little bit of natural light before that light transcends into total darkness, the dark zone. Now, most mammals will not even cross the twilight zone and go into the dark zone. Even bears that hibernate in caves, they stay right around the corner so they can see that little bit of light when they wake up. So you know lights obviously don't belong in a cave. So since there's some people in here who have never been in a cave, I want you all to enjoy the natural cave environment. So we're going to blow this out for just a second. So if you wouldn't mind turning off your camera, because our eyes will go to that